What's going on, people? Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are here, Pod Lounge.
Big up Pod Lounge,
Big
man.
up Pod Lounge.
Yo, we got the VIP treatment.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
mess about, people.
I told you I'd sort you out, man. You know what I mean? I told you it wouldn't be some dusty old set. This is a nice little set.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Big up to everybody who's here.
Yeah.
Something different, not live.
Yeah.
No internet problems. Hopefully. We
No
can't mess this
buffering.
one up. No buffering. No one stepping in and out. But yeah, podcast 260. Bloody hell, man.
Emergency one.
Yeah, you know what? It is an emergency one, mate. You know what, Nuradin, man?
Saeed's had more emergencies.
So we've got wins.
We've got wins, trust me.
No, you know what's crazy? Someone messaged me the other day. More emergency streams and videos than wins, than goals.
Wow.
Mate, you know what, man? You know what? I don't know, man, if I ever seen anything this bad, yeah, but it just feels like it's just normal now. You know what I mean? I'm in the ground, Nuradin, yeah, and nobody's really pissed off. Nobody's really angry. Nobody's really kind of like, you know, when you use that word apathy, man, that's how we feel right now.
Apathy is a disease, man. It's a virus. It's an illness, man. I'm telling you. And I was there on the same thing with you. I was just telling Saeed just on the way here about when Bayern Munich fans started jumping. You know, they started jumping up and down. I'm opposite side of the stadium.
I'm right next to it.
And I'm like, yo, Saeed, better be careful, you know.
And also, there was a group of us that were literally next to us, imposters. And then they got kicked out, the United fans. That's when they got up and said, get these lot out of there now. And then the security started running down. Because basically they were singing, yo, shit, and you know
you are, of
And then when
course.
the United fans heard that right in front of them, they said, right, now it's time to go. But mate, honestly, man.
They said, again, the Glazers ticket out in the biggest ticket outs in the world are the Glazers, mate.
But you know
There
what?
you go.
Exactly,
There
mate.
you go.
Not any old Jim, not only old Donny, not Andy down the road,
No.
not the guys on the Busby way.
No chance,
it's
mate.
United,
the
mate, because-
Glazers and United.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So we were watching that, and genuinely, everybody there was just like, honestly, it's like you went around to your, like, you know, like your aunties, like, you know what I mean? And somebody's sleeping, maybe uncle has done a night shift. You know what I mean? And then everybody's like calm and quiet in the house. You know what I mean? Everybody's been pleasant and just be like, just chilled. People just looking at each other. But yeah, in terms of the fight and anger and that, how many more times can you get angry?
Bro,
It's
you
been a
see me in my
decade.
match reaction. I was just calm.
Yeah.
I was just listing off the records that Ten Hag's broken. That's what I was listing off. I was just like, is this actually true? These records that are being broken right now. You know what? Let me ask you a question, right? In terms of Ten Hag, yeah, and the records he's breaking and the amount of goals he conceded, yeah, is this the worst you've ever seen it in terms of, you got Mourinho, Oli, you've got Van Gaal. This manager here feels like he's crumbling the most. Oli got beat 5-0. He got beat, I think, I don't know what's the biggest scoreline he got beat. I think it was 5-0, wasn't it?
It was 5-0.
Ten Hag, 7-0.
I'll never forget that day, mate. I was humiliated. Old
Yeah,
Trafford.
yeah, you
5-0.
5-0.
I sat there and I thought, the only thing we can't do, let the Scousers out-sing us.
Yeah.
But at least that there wasn't that apathy. There was a fight in the fans.
Yeah.
So the cowards gave up on the football pitch, but there was a fight in the fans.
Yeah. Remember that day?
There was a fight in the fans. We were like, we're not letting 3,000 Scousers coming out sing us.
Yeah.
And their team beating us 5-0. So there was something to do. At this moment in time, for me, it's like, listen, everybody called me negative, but I saw it from January. I kept telling people that Manchester United do not score enough goals. Manchester United attackers, to me, in my lifetime, this is the worst attack Manchester United have had.
Ever. Even I can remember that.
In my lifetime,
Yeah.
I have never noticed, and sometimes it's not even that. They're, to be objective, to say that they're horrendous individual players. But in terms of chemistry being together,
Absolutely.
zilch.
You went from York and Cole to Anthony. Now, how much did that depress you?
You know what?
You went from York and Cole, Cantona. You know what I mean? All these.
Hughes! Who held up the ball, bullied 3 defenders by himself, holding 3 defenders up like this, chesting the ball.
Yeah.
I went from that to now this kid, 20-year-old, fighting WWE. We cooved the ball up to him and we just go WWE.
I feel bad for this kid, you know. You know what?
And then now United fans are coming out throwing under the bus and I'm like, what are you watching?
Yeah.
What do we provide for him? We hoof the ball to him and go, like Street Fighter or like Tekken.
Yeah.
Fight,
Mate,
that's what
Kim
we
Min
do.
Jae, the one that I
Who's the
told you
ball
about.
go?
Nuradin,
Fight.
Kim Min Jae, the one that I told you about. What a defender.
Yeah, listen.
And he bullied him, man.
But this is the other side as well that Manchester United fans don't want to discuss. Listen, Ten Hag, what he's done to me was unsustainable, and I said it. I went like most things. I'm sorry, but I can't
Ahead of the
say
curve.
it. I
I
went
told you,
early.
Nuradin, you need to stop predicting things about Man United, because what happens is it always happens.
I have to read it honestly. I look at it and I'm like, what's good? So when I saw it from January onwards that we were relying on, first of all, his tenure for the form that picked up, it was Bruno and Rashford. When you play through two players,
That's it. I know.
you are and don't have a
You've
system.
limited yourself.
You don't have another way of playing
Yeah.
without those two players. And then I remember from January onwards, Manchester United were just relying on Rashford moment.
Yeah.
We were relying on moment. And I looked at the goals that we scored. The defensive record was really good because we kept
But he had Varane there, he had
17
Sandro.
clean sheets. So
We had a spine.
So he depended on Martinez, Varane,
And Casemiro.
yeah. Bruno, Rashford up the pitch. You can't do that. You
No.
can't. The team has to function. And then the idea that if any of them get injured, any of them lose form, you don't have other players to come in and fit in the system. But we don't have that. So for me, this idea of genuinely, when I look at some United fans, deep down, I don't, you know me, like honestly, big up Shubs, Shubs on the Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
He met me in it. He was like, and then I remember I went into a space and he was like, yo, structure is real. He's this in real life because he thought I was just putting it on. I'm not putting it on. So deep down in my essence, I don't believe sacking Erik Ten Hag is going to. I actually want Erik Ten Hag to be punished. I want his reputation to suffer because he sold me a lie. He sold me a lie because I thought when he first came in, I wanted Erik Ten Hag and not Pochettino because I wanted to see triangles. I wanted to put 4-3-3 and I wanted fast-pacing, one-touch football. Bobbing teams off the park. That's what I wanted. Instead, what I got is going back to the same thing Joe said. I've been just reading the Daniel Taylor
article from the Athletic.
5
years ago.
Yeah. So he literally said this weekend's going to be 5 years. 5 years. This Sunday will be 5 years since Jose got the sack. That famous day Jose got the sack, right?
And that was after Liverpool.
After Liverpool, yeah.
And who we got this weekend?
Liverpool. So at the end of the day, when I think about what has happened in this club, he literally lists. I'll just have a look quickly. Like he lists a list of things: boardroom failings, player divisions. He lists in terms of what's happening to the manager not be. So here's what he said. He said in 5 years this weekend since Jose Mourinho's last game at Manchester United, the end of a broken relationship. A lot of complaints
himself, though.
still ring today. Lack of structure, dressing room divisions, boardroom fallings. Did Manchester United learn? I would say I'll take it back another 5 years. And we got 10 years. 5 people, lads. 5 means
And guess what?
10.
Next year we're entering the next decade.
The next decade. I'll just tell you that we're entering the next decade. So for me, the idea
So what? Because you know what
the
it is.
idea that it is just managers and it's specific.
No, but
players.
I think nobody's disagreeing with you, Nuradin, there. But I feel like with the manager, what he's caused on the football pitch, you can see there's a lack of identity. I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel more disappointed in Ten Hag than I feel with Ollie. At least with Ollie, he weren't a coach.
It's true.
Ten Hag, did you watch Yap Sam's interview yesterday on the overlap?
Yeah.
He goes, "This is not Ajax football.
No,
this
it's
is not."
And this is it. And this, to me, when you're hired to do a job, you have to put. You know, on the tin, we wanted it as he says what he says on the tin.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted. We wanted what he says on the tin. And when I look at what Erik Ten Hag's done, and that's why I say when I was warning everybody, I'm not about chasing Europa Leagues. I'm not about chasing.
Well, you're glad we're not doing that this year.
I'm not doing no Haribo Cups.
Well, all right, you know what? Let's see if the football improves one game a week now.
No, because you know why? He's already said his philosophy
It's 12 to 14 players.
No, his philosophy is match day. They get the patterns in the match.
What?
No, that's what he said.
What? He said what?
So let me just break it down for you.
Yeah.
Erik Ten Hag, in multiple times, in multiple press conferences, was asked,
What do you do in training?
what do you do in training? What's happening? And he literally says, he refers to his, and he was doing it last season. And that to me was like, this
Warning
is where
sign.
my brain was like, whoa, what is he on about here? He basically believes the way Manchester United played, the patterns and the routines, that's what he calls it. The routines and the patterns will come during matches.
That's crazy,
So
though.
what
That's
he
crazy,
believes,
though.
So this is what he believes. He believes he wants to have his first 11 out there as much as possible.
That ain't going to happen, by the way. That ain't going to happen every week.
This is what I'm saying to you. Like, he doesn't understand the league. We understand the league.
Yeah.
We know the league.
But remember when we said that last year, though?
Yeah.
That we know the league more than Ten Hag.
We know about these players.
No other
we
big
know
players.
about
What?
this league more than Ten Hag will ever do because he's new to this. And people are, but it's a football manager. No, he's still learning it because area div is like, I'm sorry.
Bro.
Area div is a tempo. Area div where everybody plays football on the floor.
That league,
where
man.
Ajax have the biggest.
That's
budget.
the one league I don't watch,
Listen,
by the way.
To be fair, back in the day, it was a good league because PSV, Feyenoord, Ajax.
Yeah, they had good players. Suarez back in the day, I get you. They had good players.
No, they were competitive in the Champions League. So they were all in the Champions
But
League.
what he said though, Stan, was you've got 4 or 5 teams that are good.
Yeah,
the rest of the league are garbage.
But everybody knew that. And mainly sort of on that side, everybody plays the same way. So if you've got a bit more quality, if you've got the best coaches,
you'll win the game.
You're gonna beat
Exactly.
them. But here, that's what he believed. And to me, that is the... So when Eric Ten Hag gets sacked, he will get sacked, right?
Yeah.
He'll get sacked when the Glazers... And when the Glazers realise
top 4.
that top 4 is
By the
done.
way, top 4, Nuradin.
We're going to come to that in a minute, but that's when it's done. But the point I want to make is that he doesn't realise that in this league, with the level of physicality, with the level of the pace of the game, the level of...
But he keeps talking about it, Nuradin, though. He keeps talking about that.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
He keeps talking about you need to be physical, you need to be strong, you need to be everything. And then after that, I see the team, and he lacks everything from that. We're getting bullied off the ball. We're getting there's no pressing, there's no nothing. Like we are everything that he says, we do the opposite.
So the thing is that for me, the biggest fundamental mistake he ever made was not patterning up a style of play in training, so where he literally can replace any player, and the system still look the same. The team.
That's a mark of a good team. That's a mark of a good team.
So if he didn't do that, what he relied on instead is to run his patterns and routines through just 13, 12 players. And I said that was a warning.
Yeah.
And then I said that January it was unsustainable because Rashford was having one of those seasons. Remember Rashford had one of those seasons?
Yeah, of course.
Him and Greenwood and Martial, they scored 60 goals. The thing about Oli, one thing I will say about Oli, we defensively were woeful, but at least we scored goals.
Mate, you know what? I'm not. I'm going to take it back. Maybe I took it for granted. Yeah. Ollie, we scored goals. You know what? I'm admit that. Even though I was saying this was a sustainable and the style of play was too much. You know the thing with Ollie though?
Goals.
We scored goals.
We knew how to attack. We knew how to connect the front three.
You had Dan James sourcing. Dan James. No, but seriously, even the guys, by the tech guys are laughing, by the way. Would you take Dan James now in this team?
Over Anthony, 100%. I am. Anthony is, and listen, you know Dan James.
That's bad. You know that's bad. That's bad. You know, that's really bad.
That's Saeed. I would. I'm sorry. I would. I'm not gonna lie. I would take Dan James over Anthony because you know what? Dan James, once he got in front of you,
you know what you're getting as well.
You weren't gonna stop. And one thing to say about Dan James, he would fight back.
Yeah, no, I know.
He would hustle back. And
no, but also when he gets on that right hand side, he would actually have a purpose.
Direction. Going direct. Going direct to goal.
This Anthony, he looks like he's doing something, and then he checks back.
Listen, did you see it? I don't know if so. It's gonna be a meme. He basically right in front of. So I'm where the tunnel is here. Yeah. I'm right where Saeed is opposite. He's in the east stand. I'm in the north.
I can still see it, by the way. I can still see how bad it is, by the way.
Yeah. So directly underneath us, he basically faced up the defender.
Yeah.
He did a step over. Did that little dancing, you know, when
the dance,
that little dancing. And then I'm like, okay, then go on the outside then. And then the guy just kicked the ball. It was Alonso, it was Alfonso Davies.
Yeah, Alfonso Davies.
And then
he was laughing, he said, what are you doing there?
He just got the ball and then it was like, and then the whole of the Stretford.
Oh, mate, they went on top of him, man. Yeah. They was like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, so at the end of the day, for me...
But you know what, let me ask you a question.
No, but this is what I don't understand about Eric Ten Hag as well. So the biggest criticism is like... First of all, I understand anybody who's Eric Ten Hag. I can clearly see that.
Yeah, you can see
listen,
I'm glad that because people feel like that.
I can see. No. Listen, I can see that. I can 100% see that because I'm like, why are you bringing Lisandro Martinez and Anthony if you don't want to play your style of football?
There you go.
So what's the point of signing them then?
Yeah.
What's the point of signing players from the Dutch league?
Yeah.
If you don't want to play.
And also, ONANA, wait, Saturday, we can't play half on the back.
Listen, I mean, come on, ONANA.
By the way, let me ask you a quick question. Yeah,
Listen,
because I want to move on.
Listen,
I want to move on.
Listen, no, listen. You said the word ONANA. Let me get on this. I told you guys. I told you all of you were all frauds. I'm looking directly at the camera. You're all frauds. You watched him in one game and you're like, well, Pep Guardiola said he's an amazing goalkeeper. Guess what Pep Guardiola said? He said Harry Maguire is a world-class centre-half. And you know what? Hold tight, Man UFC fan base, who absolutely are clowns. You've shown what you are. You watched the guy of one game and you got giddy and excited. I was telling you all, go and get Diego Costa. If you're going to let David De Gea go and get Diego Costa. And you know what? That's I'm not going to lie to you. Give me David De Gea back. You've heard it here first.
No, relax,
You've heard it
relax,
here
relax.
first. Give me David De Gea back.
No. Listen, relax.
You know what David De Gea's not doing?
Relax
yourself.
yourself.
You know what De Gea's not doing?
What?
Throwing the ball in his own net.
No, relax,
That's what
man.
he's not doing.
David De Gea, we had to sell it for a reason. We had to sell it for a reason.
That's what he's not doing.
No, but Nuradin, we
None
had
of
to
you
sell it
want
for...
to admit it. I'm telling you now.
Oh,
Give
my
me David
God.
De Gea now. Because
Yeah, but you were moaning at David De Gea last season.
Listen, you know what?
You were moaning at David De Gea last season because he couldn't play out for the back. He wasn't concentrating well.
And you know what? I take it back. To me, that goal he conceded, the second goal in the Wembley.
Come on, Nuradin, we can't rewrite history.
Listen to me.
We can't rewrite history, though.
Listen to me. It's one of the most disgraceful goals to ever concede to give City the treble.
Yeah.
Right? But
he was on a decline.
But listen to me. I'm not lying to you. One thing David De Gea never used to do is throw it in his own goal. This guy, I'm sorry to say.
By the way, that goal, by the way, I blamed him for not coming out and stepping out, yeah. What's the little dance he's doing?
No, he's eating grass. Forget dance. He's doing like he became a break dancer. He's doing some break dancing move on the floor where he's like eating grass. I'm like, what are you doing?
He loves dancing around, didn't it?
Coleman went, blagged him in it, stepped on it like.
But he had the whole net.
Drops. I'm like, what are you doing? You know what he does? It's exactly the similar goal that he conceded. What's the striker for Nottingham Forest goal?
Yeah, on Onyoni.
On Onyoni.
Yeah.
Exactly the same on Onyoni. He lies down.
Yeah,
lies.
He says, come in the house.
I swear to God, he gets ready. I'm like, yo, you do a bit of breakdancing in your spare time. It's like it was almost in the middle of a breakdancing move.
Hey. And also, when you said middleweight boxer, Romero. Who dies better?
Give me Romero now. Give me Romero now.
Look how shameless you are. You slapped in Romero now.
You know what?
Now he's not bad, is he?
But Saeed, this guy is shitter than everybody that I've ever seen. Why do you think I'm saying give me De Gea back? Why?
Yeah,
De Gea is
that's how low it is, man. That's how
bad it is.
Yeah.
That is how bad it is. I'm like, give me De Gea back because I am that concerned. Because I'm like, you know what, David De Gea last season? Massive saves. Did he make mistakes? Yes. But did he make massive saves as well?
Yeah.
And he made more saves than he made. This guy doesn't even make the saves.
I know, man.
So when the ball's in the air, I look at it.
Yeah.
And what did I always say to you? I was like, get me a goalkeeper, yeah? That can, when the ball corners come in and set pieces.
Yeah.
Because for years, because David De Gea was a shitbag, yeah? Stands on his line. I was like, give me an active goalkeeper. Who would grab the ball out of air and grab it.
But this is what Ten Hag wanted. You know what's mad thing, yeah? If a new manager comes in now.
You know what? He doesn't even do that. He's even worse of a shitbag. And then you know what? The reactions that he does, honestly, it's like he's breakdancing. So you know what? When he he doesn't do normal like tip it over.
No. Everything's got to be theatric.
Everything's like a breakdancer. We've signed a breakdancer as a goalkeeper. That's what we've done.
Okay. I get what you mean. ONANA is obviously aesthetically as well in terms of what he's saving. It's not great, but listen, we've got
to
be
a fraud. Are you alright backing in that guy?
Because I wanted to give him a game.
ONANA, get him out of here now. That's what I'm saying. That's a remix for you. ONANA, out.
Listen. We got to speak about more pressing issues. Yesterday night there were some reports coming out. Graham Potter, manager. No. Seriously. There were some reports coming out.
Harry Potter.
But you know what? This is the manager you wanted, Nuradin. You wanted this manager. Remember a couple of years ago, you were like, Graham Potter in the job.
Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I looked at the way he coaches, yeah. I looked at his coaching credentials.
Yeah.
But then I seen him looking absolutely lost. Listen, Manchester United is more of a mess of a football club than Chelsea. Because Chelsea at least have had recent success.
Yeah,
in the
of course.
last decade, Chelsea have been, Chelsea have been successful. They've won league titles.
Yeah.
They won a Champions League.
Yeah.
So
they've always had some short-term success.
Listen, they've had it. They've had it, right? Obviously, they changed ownership. But I saw my guy turn into. Honestly, I'm not
Mate.
lying to you. I saw my guy turn
Age.
into. Listen, I saw my guy, young Harry Potter went in there, turned into a ghost, mate. One of the other characters in Harry Potter. You can name one of the people.
Yeah.
One of the people who's
They'll know.
Look ghostly. That's what he looked like to me.
Gollum.
Listen, you know what? You're not putting him through that precious. Listen,
Mate, you put him through United.
You're not putting him through that. But people want Locatelli.
Lopetegui.
You know what? I apologise.
Locatelli's a Juventus player.
Listen, say his name.
Lopetegui.
Listen, Locatelli. You were coming to Manchester United, which is the most worst run football club, and have been statistically proven for over the last decade. After you left Wolverhampton, argued over the lack of signings and lack of support from the board. So why would you?
Why would that change? Why would that change?
No, say this all the time, Argos. I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you genuinely believe there's a manager out there that's going to go, give me this, other than not only to go and get paid?
No, but the thing is, though, what I'm looking for me, is a manager who comes in with a philosophy and says, right, you players are going, you players are staying, differentiate the two, and we at least have something. With Ten Hag, he's come in and said, you know what, I'll give you a chance. And now it's all backfired on him, because now he can't put out his philosophy. This is where I'm at. I look at Graham Potter and I think he will just crumble like Eric Ten Hag. He'll come in and, you know what, this is too big for me. I can't handle the egos. I can't handle the big pressure. And that's what happened with Chelsea. The big egos in the dressing room, he couldn't handle it, and he got swallowed up in there. He did. And this is what I'm like. I don't want a manager who can't handle the pressure of being a Man United. Because, you know, you've seen it. And when new owners come in, if they come in, Ineos, there'll be more pressure from the football structure, and then it'll be too much for him. So I want a manager who comes in with a bit of, like, you know, cojones and be like, you know what, I know how to handle this job. And you know what, Nuradin? Everybody could just forget this long-term project. You're going to get a manager now, Nuradin, 2 to 3 years, you do a job, you go.
No.
You do a job, you go. That's what it's going to be like, Nuradin.
No, listen, but you're talking about the most stable football clubs. Manchester United have not been stable. And I'm sorry, I can't see 25% Jim the Ratcliffe making Manchester United stable. I can't see.
That's what they're telling us, Nuradin, though.
No, this is what I reject. All I want you to check, people, is to check out Ineos' involvement, and they call it the curse. The curse of the Ineos curse. That's what they call it. There was if I'm not mistaken, if people are into it, I don't know what his name. I think the guy's called something Ben.
Yeah.
It's about, they do this world race. It's boating, like sailing race around the world. My guy won an Olympic. I think he's a famous Olympian. He won gold for Great Britain. I think it's called the American Cup. I think that's what it's called. Okay. Ineos went in there. Worst performance ever. Ineos going to Mercedes. Worst performance ever. And now people saying, but look at Nice. The captain was coming out. Was it in the summer?
Yeah, in the summer, saying what's going on.
Listen, 16 games gone in the French league. 17 games gone. Don't get giddy. The season's long. Do not get giddy and go over.
It depends if they sell players in January. Yeah, you know, people could come in for the players.
So to me, I don't expect that. But what you're asking for, Said, you're asking for the model where the club is so stable that the club don't hire managers, they hire coaches. They hire coaches.
That's what I'm saying. Do you want a coach or do you want a manager?
No, but this is what I'm saying to you, in terms of what the model.
Because we have a coach right now in Ten Hag.
No, he's been given a manager job.
No, but I'm saying as in, like, he was meant to be a coach.
Yeah, but because Manchester United are not stable, he's doing everything else.
Of course,
a manager does what Fergie did, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, I just want to remind you all, just a bit of historical context. In the history of Manchester United, only 3 managers have won the league title. I repeat, in the history of Manchester United, only 3 have won it. And it's the first guy, when Manchester United was formed and we went into the first, what was the first division, he won the league. Busby, Fergie. So the model of Manchester United historically has always been is that you get a manager. Manchester United do not hire coaches; they hire managers. You give him all of the power and you give him time for him to succeed.
Yeah.
That's the model of Manchester United. But unfortunately, modern football, that doesn't go. So now, if Manchester United were the club that was going to modernise, they would have to find...
If you're looking at someone right now...
They would have to modernise and find a stable football structure where everything in the club is stable.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
Everything's stable, where you just hire coaches, you say to them, this is the brief, where I want this style of football, these are the players that you're getting.
So, okay.
And then what do you do then? Once you develop that, then you hire managers, you might hire coaches who can give you style of football, who can give you the success, and the club buys the players.
Okay, based on that then, Who do you see in football right now that you look to and you like? You know what? I like his style. I like what he's doing. I like his energy. And he can come in to Man United and give us a kind of a reset in terms of the way we're playing. And you would enjoy at least, Nuradin, watching Man United football. Who you look at?
Unless 10 players or 11 players are cleared out of this Manchester United.
Okay. Provided that happens.
Yeah, well, if that happens, and then you sign what Ralph Ranić said, basically.
Yeah.
You sign first contract players.
Yeah.
So that means younger players, energetic players.
Yeah.
And you scout properly. The only club that's doing that in the Premier League side, and 2 clubs are doing it. 2 clubs have sorted their football structures out. It's Aston Villa and Brighton.
Yeah.
And
right.
and Villa
to what some extent, Newcastle as well with Dan Ashworth.
Well, yeah, but they've got big plans, Newcastle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though the people who own Villa have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Billionaires. But to me, what Brighton project is an amazing... But, Saeed, this is the other thing. What people don't like to talk about, and in our fan base don't talk about, because of the way that the commercialization, the way our football club has been run, because of the overhypeness of everything and the circus that surrounds Manchester United, because of our history, especially in the Premier League, that the level of pressure and scrutiny that comes under any
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying.
So
you've
for
got to
me,
be careful.
do I believe there is a?
Do you believe in the old school managers like Carlo Ancelotti?
No, that's what
Zinedine Zidane.
Well, this is what I'm going to get to.
Yeah.
Do I believe there's somebody who can come in there
and fix this?
One person, no chance. Do I believe it's going to take a top down, bottom up, both sides from the bottom up? From the top down, where you go into every department of that football club and make it in a high performance elite sport institution. For me to believe that means every department needs to be dismantled. I don't see that coming. All I want is somebody who's got the cojones to really come in and go, I'm going to stay to my principles.
That's the key.
Regardless results.
Yeah.
So regardless results, before Saeed saying that after 6 months, get him out, right? Before he's saying that, I want somebody to come in who is gonna double down on their belief and philosophy.
Okay,
and that's what we need. But for me,
might do that.
Listen, for them, for the people to be clear, I need them 10 or 11 players need to be cleared out. So I tell you, look, count on fingers.
Now, who would you keep?
Garnacho, Ahmed, Alessandro Martinez.
Yep.
Hoyland,
yeah.
Who else? Dangor,
yeah.
Kobe Manu, and Palestri. That's who I'm keeping because you know what? I've not seen Palestri's not had 10 games. Oh, Mason Mount as well because he's not had 10 games.
Yeah.
Saeed, I'm gonna give anybody. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to be fair. You're getting a 10-game run to show who you are as a player.
Yeah.
Are you taking instructions from the manager? So for me, the next coach that comes in, if you want that model, that modern style football, the brief is, regardless of results, we want you to install a system and a style of play. And I promise you, Saeed, I promise you, I watched every other game that Spurs played. Right, I'm not Spurs fan. Saeed,
how many other teams play better football than us?
Spurs? No,
Villa,
every time Spurs are on, I watched them.
Yeah,
you know why? I promise you, I
didn't expect this, you know. I never really watched them at Celtic, you know.
I enjoy their football.
Yeah.
I enjoy the football. Even when the team... Listen,
and these are players that are not better than Man United players when you look at... I'm not saying Udogi's not a better left back than what we got. But these players, you wouldn't take Brennan Johnson. You wouldn't take, you know, any other player in their team. But you know what they do? They have a system, they have a style, and they have principles, you know. And he double downs on them.
And the biggest thing, and I'm not lying to you now, I think they will still be there fighting for the early part of the season, fighting for this league, if they didn't get the 3 or 4 injuries. And the bookings. I mean, they got a madman, innit? They got
Romero. Everybody knows about
Romero.
By
the way, Romero is a madman. But yeah, Newcastle unlucky last night in the Champions League.
You know what's mad as well, yeah? Now, Nuradin, this top 4, now, it's not top 5 anymore, by the way. People that are wondering right now, the coefficient right now, two teams from the English league have gone out. United have gone out of the group stage, and also Newcastle have gone out of the group stage. So now the coefficients. Now I think Spanish teams are cleaning up. They went through to the next round. I think Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid, Barcelona.
Barcelona, yeah.
What you got to remember, Nuradin, yeah. And if Aston Villa, Liverpool, they help us out and they go far in competition, and one of them wins it, then maybe Man United might get 5th position. Or well, someone might get 5th position.
It's not
but this is Nuradin now.
mate.
This is serious now, Nuradin. I'm being serious.
To
this
me,
top 4 race now, and I don't
mate.
like to call it top 4 race because it's just. I think it's just sad that we're talking a top 4 race.
But this is what
now,
we've become, though. This is what the Glazers' objective of Manchester United has been for the past decade: top 4. And they only sack managers when it's mathematically impossible for them to get top 4. But go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying to you. Now you've got Manchester City. Let's just say, for example, Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal have got them 3 spots. Can you agree with that one?
Yeah, bagged.
So the
Villa.
4th spot,
Villa.
But listen, Villa are there.
Villa
so now
and
the 4th
Spurs.
spot
Villa
is
and
between
Spurs.
Villa,
And
Spurs, Man United are in there, and Newcastle. I'm not adding Chelsea because they're finished. Yeah, no, I'm being serious.
Hold tight, Lewis.
Hold tight, Lewis. Hold tight, Matisse. There's 4, yeah, 4. There's 4 teams for 1 position.
Nah. And I'm telling you now,
And
currently,
if we get Europa League,
listen, on current form, nah, I'm not covering it. You know that. Listen, that's a Haribo Cup, mate. Haribo Cup. That's what that is. I'll tell you now, if Manchester United and at current form, Villa are favourites to get that.
yeah,
top
easy.
4.
Villa and Tottenham, I think, for me.
Listen, Good Evening is even saying they're challenging for the league, mate. And you know what? Guess what their goalkeeper said? I'm a believer.
I heard him say
I'm
that.
a believer.
But you know what? They have belief. Why not? They got a good team.
Listen,
They got a good
I'm not
individual.
going to lie to you. That team goal from Villa against
Mate,
Arsenal, that goal,
back to front.
I'm not like, and you know why I believe is the best goal that I've seen in a long time. It's because Arsenal were pressing them hard.
I know.
Arsenal weren't doing what Manchester United do, where we do the shadow
press.
There's the shadow press, where you press your own shadow, but not the player. You forget the ball and the player.
Yeah.
You just do run alongside your own shadow. But Arsenal were putting pressure on, and they bobbed Arsenal. Literally bobbed it.
They only got time towards the end, but that was it.
By the way, people, you need to go on the Villa website, the Villa club website. Listen to it on the Villa commentary.
Yeah.
The guy does it justice.
Yeah,
that guy does it. Sky don't do it justice.
No.
That guy does it justice. But that goal, magnificent. So I look at even listen. Leon Bailey is some guy who's inconsistent, but give me Leon Bailey.
He's now playing ahead of Diaby now.
Listen, give me Leon Bailey any day over
Oh,
this.
man. You just said Dan James, so Leon Bailey's...
He's inconsistent.
Yeah, I know.
Leon Bailey is
know.
inconsistent, yeah. But give me... I look at every team who's wide guys. I look at them and think...
Gordon's better than, for me, half of our forwards. You're looking at Villa, they've got better forwards than us. Every single team seems to have a better cohesive unit than us. We have individuals, Nuradin. And we're now apparently Maguire's out injured. You've got...
Well, come on outside. Hey,
Shaw,
he's captain. The former captain was going to be our captain. And he's like, nah. He threw it to Shaw. Shaw's like, ouch. I can't do it anymore. And we'll see now if the other 2 cowards, Rashford and Martial,
if
are
they
going to be
come
like...
not really feeling well.
Temperature.
We've got players now not wanting to fight
play,
now,
to
not
play.
wanting to get
Nah,
stuck in.
but listen, when did I call it? I called it last season after the City, the Etihad massacre, and I said cowards, and I stand by it. And unless these cowards are sold, then Manchester United. And the biggest thing about Said is that one thing when he gets sacked, right?
Yeah.
To me, the question we'll never know is if he was allowed to clear out Sancho, Maguire, Scott McTominay, Donny van de Beek, who was 7 players. So Sancho, the headlines.
By the way, still we can't get rid of him. He's going on loan.
So basically, it was Sancho, Maguire, McTominay, Donny van de Beek.
Yeah.
Who else did he want to get rid of?
There was a couple. There was a long list.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
But anyway,
but you see why I don't really have sympathy with that.
But listen,
it's the fact that now he's playing them week in, week out consistently.
But to me, that's what I call when you're survival football and you're just unsustainable. You're literally forgetting your... And Saeed, please let's talk about Scott. Listen, I don't mean to pick on Scott McTominay. Do I think that he's a top scorer? Listen, I'm not here to have a shot at the top scorer for Manchester.
Top scorer, that's how damn it is.
You know what I mean? Who am I? Who am I to have a pop at a top scorer? The top scorer. 5 goals.
5 goals.
5 goals.
That's crazy that you know.
But he offered apps. Second half, I was like, where is he?
Midfield non-existent.
No, where is he in the second half? I'm like, where is he? I swear to you, I asked, I was like, is he even on the pitch? And then he was like, he's going to take him off, and I'm going to take him off.
No, he didn't take him off. He keeps him on because it might get you a goal.
But then what? That's what I'm saying.
Because he's our top scorer
You
already.
couldn't even rely on to get it in the mixer. You know, old school, those of you watch internationally, old school English footballers, get it in the mixer means get it in the box. we'll get a deflection. Somebody will stick their leg ahead of it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's what that's the goals that Scott McTominay scores.
And people wonder why
Right.
Hoyland's struggling because we don't really fake cake for the attack. The attackers don't have no principles when they go up front. You know, and this is why I say with Hoyland, right?
To be fair, it
I'm
looked
just
like that
what
at
is the
times,
plan?
you know, when the team was struggling. That's why I think it's the players. Because on the Ollie, sometimes we look like that. And then somebody will just smack one on from
Yeah, I know,
nowhere.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you coined the phrase?
Freestyle football. What?
No, it was not freestyle. It was like a moment. It's
Moments FC. Yeah. But that's how United are playing now. But I think it's even worse.
Nah, there's no moments.
This is no moments.
We don't even have the moments anymore. We don't even have the freestyle anymore. There's no freestyle. There's no moments. And the moment there is.
Let me just tell you the stats this season, you know, in terms of the Premier League now, because obviously we got Liverpool on the weekend, right? Premier League table, right? I'm going to bring it up right for you now. Table. Manchester United, at this minute, are currently sixth position. We're on 27 points.
That's a lie, bro.
I know.
That's a lie.
-3 goal difference. We have conceded 21 goals this season, only scored 18.
I have to look.
We go to Anfield on Sunday.
Yeah, well.
Remember I was at your house for the 4-0. Remember 4-0? We got beat 7-0. We got beat 5-0. I think the aggregate must be about 30-0.
Yeah.
Like generally.
I'm not going to listen. It's going to be. Listen, we'll see what the cowards that turn out in it. Like, we'll see what to me, I'm not even trying to put anything to it. I just want Eric Ten Hag to know in it because, you know, when I cycle about sometimes, you know, his missus and him are cycling around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, you know, the cycling group, you know if you know, right? And I want to just say to him, just have a little word with him. But you know me, I always say no missus, no children. You know what I mean? I'm not, you know me, once I get going, I'll just let him know and I'll unleash on him, right? I just want to tell Eric Ten Hag, if somebody want to send this to Eric Ten Hag, message to Eric Ten Hag ahead of the game on Sunday against Liverpool. Manchester United fans, we do not mind losing. In a football game, football, the rules of football are simple. You win, you lose, you draw. We don't mind losing. We don't mind losing at Anfield. What we don't want is a cricket score. We don't want to be here for 4. We don't want to be here for 5. You know what I mean? You know, one of them, add one of them on. Or we're not here for 7. We're inventing new cricket rules that level to keep up with a score. So what we want is, we'll take everybody defending. We'll take the 2-0. Go home. Tail between our legs. We'll go home.
You're then saying to Johnny Evans to defend, back to his goal. It's going to be a long day, man. Listen, that's a long day, Nuradin.
Listen, when it's 2-0, when it gets to 2-0, shut up shop. Shut up
He
shop.
won't do that. He won't do that.
No, listen.
But when has that ever happened, though, Nuradin, where we just got beaten like a simple 2-0? It's not happened. It's always been 3-0, 4-0. It's been like, when the goals rain in, Nuradin, it's like it's open season.
Yeah, but you know, that's because of the psychology.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying to you.
The psychology of the players that
you're expecting a lot.
But Eric Ten Hag, give them the tactics when we concede, get Anthony, Garnacho back right next to their fullbacks, no spaces in midfield. I want you to play.
For me, Garnacho, I'm worried about if he starts on
you know what? I might even not play Garnacho. You know
I wouldn't play him.
You know what?
He's not on the
you know what?
form.
Play Hannibal on the left and just so he can kick people.
Come on, Lord.
Just kick him. Kick him. We can't beat them, so just kick them, fight them. Like Roy Keane used to say, smash somebody, do something. Get players who are going to do that. Stop the game every minute. Tactical fouling.
Tactical fouling.
Do everything that you need to do. Just hold, bite, do whatever you want.
They're top of the
No
league.
rules.
They're top of the league.
No rules.
They're not going to show any mercy. Salah's going to come in. Nunes is there.
He's going to break record. He's already got his 200.
He's got 200. So he shouldn't really break the record. But his goals, like, it's crazy.
And I'm not lying to you. Liverpool, the thing they can bring the 3. If they say they don't bang in the first half, they can bring the next 3 on up front to bang. They've got goals. One thing Liverpool have is goals. And one thing that what our defence can do is...
We concede goals.
So
one thing we can't do is score.
I just don't want it to be 10-0. I can't take 10-0 or even 7. Listen, after 2-0, shut up shop. You can. I've seen teams shut up shop side. You can. Go, you know what you go? Italian mode. Shut up shop, mate.
But you know the thing is with United, you can't even like have a tactical game plan. You know when you just go away from home, Mourinho. And listen, Mourinho, you know what you're getting. You know what? We just shut up shop. We just no, but it's true though.
It's true.
We
But
had a couple of 0-0s at
Saeed-
Anfield, remember?
but Saeed was
Anfield, remember?
But Saeed, it
And
was,
that was a
David
good
De Gea.
Liverpool
It
team.
was thanks to David De Gea.
Yeah, but I get that. But they're also
Remember David going to Arsenal making 30 saves or whatever,
30 saves,
25, 30 shots and making 10
That's why you need
saves.
to have a good keeper. Onana.
Your boy is doing jack. Your
Mate,
boy, by the way.
If
Your
there's
boy.
one thing, if there's one
Your
thing,
boy, Saeed. Don't answer the question. Your boy,
listen, is he an United player?
Unana.
Is he a United player?
You know?
Is he a United
He's
player?
like,
Backing guy. Backing man.
back the process. You ready? Man?
Trust the process.
Back the philosophy, mate.
Mate, I'm struggling. I'm struggling now, man.
You know the worst thing? You know, sometimes when we try to play Highland, he doesn't even come and sweep anymore. What is he doing?
And then what he does is
I think he's confused.
No, but he goes up to the halfway line. Looks like we're gonna do something. Then we get the ball back to Maguire because there's no one in midfield though. I feel for him, man. Why do we get on where you don't have no progressors in midfield? It's crazy, Nuradin, man. And like I said to you, it feels like it's just.
Listen, one thing I'm going to predict: if you play a single pivot, we're going to get slaughtered.
Oh my god,
get slaughtered.
By the way, people moaned at Amrabat. They said, "Oh, you know what, Amrabat is gonna, it's his fault. It was Casemiro's fault." That midfield, honestly, imagine you was a midfielder, right?
Of course.
Imagine you played in that midfield.
Are you kidding me? I wouldn't be screaming saying, Anthony, get here. I would be screaming, if saying, Hoyland, get in front of me, pal. Get in front of me. Do your WWE wrestling modes in front of me, pal.
Yeah.
Battle before they come and get me. Battle. Let me close down the space at least.
Yeah.
Listen, I look at it was when teams break on us, when they beat our press here, and Bruno... At least, you know what? At least I don't see that muppet. That's one good thing. We get beat, whatever, but I won't see that muppet.
No hiding.
I won't see that guy throwing his arms around. What a coward, Saeed. He'll go down in history that he bottled at Anfield. Bottled.
Because you know what? It's mad here. He knew that two other players they had dissent.
He knew the referee wasn't having any dissent.
Anything. Yeah.
Booking people right, left, and centre.
Right. To round up the podcast, Nuradin.
Heartbreaking.
Do you reckon the writing is on the wall now?
No, but listen, the club is broken. And like I said, Manchester United fans, those who want Eric Ten Hag gone, give it another 3 games.
Yeah.
Manchester United will be 10 to 12 points behind top 4.
Yeah.
And then they'll do what they'll do.
And
that's why you're already hearing, Harry Potter. Harry Potter's coming, mate.
You know what's mad, yeah?
Listen, Harry Potter is coming with his magic wand.
Yeah.
To make everyone shiny and do all the spells that he does.
Honestly, for me, just get an interim to the end of the season and then work it from the summer. Don't make any hasty decisions at the minute, please. Graham Potter, for me, I don't believe he'll succeed at Old Trafford.
Who do you want to interim? So you want an interim, yeah?
Interim, yeah.
So who do you want?
know.
But what happened last time?
Get Carrick.
So
Listen, Carrick was good, you know. By the way,
he won 1 game.
By the way, Kieran McKenna at Ipswich.
Saeed.
You watch his football, by the way?
Saeed, it's the levels. There's levels, right? Let's not get it.
Mate,
There's zero
it's
pressure.
That's our level.
Well,
They play
to be
better
fair,
football than us.
you know what? I'm not worried of a lie. I genuinely... Eric Ten Hag, you've not given me football, so can you please just relegate Manchester United so the Glazers can fuck off? Please, I beg you. I'm telling you, that's the only... For me, Manchester... I'll repeat to the people. Manchester United have had more interims than we had managers.
Wow.
Because you know why? Because we've had 2 different interims in 1 season.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Carrick and Rangnick.
Only club that sacks the interim and then puts another interim in.
Should have just kept Carrick to the end of the season.
It is what it is, people.
Yeah.
Manchester United are a broken football club. There's not one manager, not one person
Player
that can fix this. There isn't. Before they said to me, wait till Luke Shaw gets in here. Wait till Amrabat gets in there. Wait till Kobe's fit. Wait till Anthony comes back.
Now it's Lisandro.
You know what I mean? Wait till Garnacho starts on properly. I'm still waiting.
Wait and see.
Waiting, I'm still waiting. And you know what? It's broken. And the biggest thing, what you have to realize, it's not just a manager, it's not a player, it's the club is rotten to the core.
Absolutely.
Until you cut the virus out, until you do the operation, that open heart surgery that Ralph talked about, and the heart, you remove the heart, clean it, and then put it back. Put the heart in, the love back in Manchester United, get rid of the toxic glazer that's surrounding the heart. Then this ain't gonna be, it's not. We're gonna be just a team that used to be big back in the day. You know what? I'll say now, Santos, right?
Yeah,
Santos
I heard about
got relegated. Santos is the team that produced Pele, produced Neymar, they've been relegated. I'm telling you now, this is going to do them good. They're going to come back refreshed.
Stronger.
It's devastating, but they're going to come back refreshed.
Yeah.
United got relegated in the 70s. We came back properly. At the end of the day, I'll take that any day.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
There you go. Listen, people, we're going to wrap up the podcast here. 260. Nuradin, it's been a pleasure.
Shout out, man.
Shout out Pod Lounge for having us
Shout
here.
out. Big up
New
Pod Lounge,
set,
man.
you know what I mean, and whatnot. If you want to see this again, let us know in the comments, man. You know what I mean? If you want to
Let
see
us
this
know.
again.
Let us
And yeah, man, Nuradin, Anfield, I'll see you after
Now, yeah,
Sunday.
so I'm going to be doing if you want to tune in, United Real Therapy,
Yeah, there you go.
doing a preview on Friday, and then I'll be on Mina's channel.
Yeah, big up Mina as well.
Big up Mina after the channel.
And
big
make
up
sure, by the way,
Sophia as well.
Andy Tate as well, man.
Big up Andy Tate,
up
man.
Andy Tate as well,
Big
man.
up my Don Andy Tate
Oh,
as well.
man, he's gone
Listen,
through it,
Andy,
man.
enjoy your roast on Sunday, lad.
Yeah,
enjoy your roast
Enjoy
wherever
your
you
roast,
are.
man.
Listen to it on the radio. Enjoy your Sunday roast.
Yeah, man. Because when I seen him, I felt for him, man.
Nah, listen. But that's what they've done to the club. That's what I'm saying to
Yeah,
you.
man.
That's what this football club and the Glazers have done to fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. People who give their life to play for Manchester United, they would give anything
Yeah.
to represent Manchester United. But this is what they did. The billionaire owners and the millionaire players don't give a damn about you.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Listen, people, follow up United Real Therapy. Get into 10,000 subscribers. That'll be amazing, people. And like I said, get me to 80,000. We're closing in one more K, and then we're on 80K, man. And
There
then,
you go. Hard working, mate. 3 shows a day, mate. This is
There
where
you
we
go,
going,
man.
people.
There you go.
Love.
So, people, support the channel. I will see you soon, guys.
Big up Pod Lounge.
Big up Pod
Love.
Lounge.